Hello, a few things. Number one, I keep having mic issues with my DJI mic, so if anyone knows anything about that, I have this issue where when I talk, it's too quiet, like I can't really hear the audio. But then I did have a friend that has one of those, like, it adjusts the volume. It's like another piece of hardware. We adjusted the volume, and now the audio is like echoey and loud, so I don't know what to do about that. Second thing, this guy makes me happy every single time I see it. I'm pretty sure I had one growing up. It didn't look this pristine, but maybe because this one is new. Sadly, I think my family threw away the original one that I had growing up. Thirdly, I made these little clay button things. I was just itching to play with clay because it's been a hot minute since I've done anything clay related, but I ended up making a bunch of these tiny little buttons. I'm quite fond of this cat slash Shiba slash animal shaped one, so I thought it would be cool to digitize it and then turn it into a sticker sheet. It's also been a hot minute since I've used my Lian printer. This is the Pixcut S1 Lian printer. It prints, it cuts stickers. If you have photo paper, it will also print photos. It's quite nifty. I've used it in my other videos to make junk journaling stickers, but I think today what I want to do is make stickers out of the clay that I just did and then journal it in my sketchbook. Fourth news for today is that I started a new sketchbook. So I decked it out in a bunch of stickers. The sketchbook I'll be using today is my own brand. You can get this on my website. It's the smooth paper, so it's nice because it's bleed proof. And if you're junk journaling, it's quite durable. You can just stack a bunch of things in here. It has this rubber band, so if you're really filling it and it gets really thick, this band will hold it down. Alright, this is the Lian Pixcut S1. Also, this is my cat, Bao. Say hi. He's always got a lot to say. Anyways, I love that this printer is so portable. It's also so easy to put away. So the paper tray is actually just hidden inside of the printer, and when you're ready to use it, you can pull it out and insert it into the bottom part, which is where it can pull paper out of and just start printing from. Lian has their own app, so you can connect the printer quite seamlessly. Just click on the Pixcut and then it will connect via Bluetooth to your phone. This is a design that I drew on my iPad using Procreate. I made all the little clay characters first by hand, and then I basically just took a photo and edited it and then drew on top of it on my iPad. You can lay your designs directly on the app and it just automatically knows where to print and what to cut. It's pretty cool. You can also adjust the outlines, how thin you want it, how thick you want it. It's all customizable on the app. And you don't have to use your computer at all to edit. It's pretty nifty. The printer itself also comes with a cutter, so on the other side, once it finishes printing, it pretty much just cuts all your designs the way that you want it via the outline that you saw in the preview for the app, and it laminates it for you too. So the stickers feel a lot durable. The color quality is pretty good as well for something like this. I'm honestly always amazed when I make something on the Pixcut. It feels so easy to use, I feel like it's illegal. Like, why are the other sticker printers not this easy to use? And I love how compact it is, so when I am done with it, I literally just put the paper tray away and it's just this compact little box. Right, Bao? Yeah? I'm actually visiting home right now, so I decided to just bring a bunch of materials with me so that I could junk journal. I visited this stationery store in Houston called Little Craft Place. Super cute store. They have fountain pens, they have stickers, they have notebooks, papers, a washi tape wall, and I picked up some stickers from the store, so I'm just going to junk journal the backing of this sticker sheet that I got. You don't see the stickers here, but I like the color of the backing, so I just decided to use it for the center of the spread. My concept for the spread was basically making a background of a solid color, so using the sticker sheet page here, and then I wanted to fill the rest of the white area with some yellow just to contrast the blue a little bit. I'm just using a regular highlighter here. Because I was traveling, I didn't have any of my materials or markers with me, so I did have this highlighter that I just found, so I quickly just scribbled it all over this page. Nothing special, not super planned. I think I'm also someone who doesn't super love coloring, so I think scribbling is a way for me to easily fill something very quickly, still be able to create a solid color background, and then not stress too much about making it perfect. So scribbling kind of creates this fun loose effect, and there are like holes on the page in terms of the white areas, but I personally don't mind that. So that's just my style of coloring in the background. And then I'm just using the Little Craft Place receipt that I got, and I'm making this white area. So when I plan my junk journaling pages or just any spreads that I'm doing, I do try to dedicate a section that is white or like a lighter, maybe cream color. That way I can make some space for writing, whether I'm journaling or making a to-do list. In this case, I decided to make a to-do list just because there's a lot on my mind and I do want to write all those down. This is a clear tape that I got from Little Craft Place. It's super cute. I usually don't go for really thin washi tape, but I thought the design for this one was really cute and I like the backing too, so I added the backing here. And then I wanted to make some headline text that goes across the entire page. I did manage to find some acrylic markers in this room, so I'm just outlining the headline, to-do list title across the page and loosely planning that it's going to be on this curved little line. Initially, the marker was actually really dry. I think it's been a hot minute since it's been used, but you can activate some acrylic markers by pressing the button on the top. In this case, for this brand, which is Art X, you have to press the button on the top. I'm not a fan of the button actually. I think I like one, either the shaking acrylic markers, or two, the ones that don't shake at all. I think bonus points if they don't shake at all, but they're still super juicy and easy to use. But definitely clicking that button activated this marker, so you can see it's like way more juicy than when I was starting out in the beginning. I do find that I still have to layer on top a bunch of paint before it feels opaque, so that's what I'm doing, just adding some more layers on top. Do you guys plan your spreads when you're doing stuff like this? I think I have like a general idea of what I want, like the background that I mentioned, and then something on top. But I don't plan too closely to things. And then I'm using my TWSBI Eco here with a blue ink. I believe this one is Kompeki. Ow! Oh my god, Bow! He's biting me! Bow! Ah! It's the way that he stole my mic while I was recording. Anyways, all I knew for this page was I wanted to do a to-do list just because I'm someone who operates on to-do lists. If I don't have a list, I don't know what I'm doing for the day. I don't know what I'm doing for the week and the whole month. I'm just so scatterbrained and I chase a lot of shiny things. I'm working on so many projects at the same time and it's really hard to focus, or I just forget entirely what I'm doing. So I have to make a to-do list so that I can stare at it all day. And if I get distracted, then I refer back to the to-do list and that reminds me what I need to focus on. And sometimes to-do lists can be overwhelming, especially if they're really long and if you're putting a lot of things on the list. But what I try to do is either have like a weekly to-do list, and so that might just have what I need to do for this specific week, and then I can break it down and have daily to-do lists. And so maybe per day there's only 2 main goals that I might try to accomplish before I try to tackle other things. I really wish I brought my sticker tweezers when I was working on this, but alas, I forgot my tweezers. So I'm just peeling them off with my fingers. But I do really like that Liam, they actually improved their sticker paper. I think a year ago when I last used it, their sticker paper wasn't as sticky, but I think this one is quite sticky. I still recommend that it's mainly used for journaling and indoor use rather than like putting it on your water bottle or maybe your car, because that, I don't know. Actually, have never tried, but I would assume that you might need like an additional protective layer to make it waterproof, maybe even sunproof. I'm really happy with how the printer was able to cut out the stickers so exact. Like, it matches the silhouette exactly how I designed the clay characters. So plus for that, if you're looking for an exact sticker printer slash cutter, that is very accurate. I found a red acrylic marker, so I'm just going back over the headline text and making these bubble letters that goes within that yellow area. That's why I was planning the little yellow background so that it could pop out. And then I decided I don't like these blue sparkles, so I went over again with red, but actually, I don't know. The longer I stare, I am like, maybe I should have gone back to blue, but it's kind of too late. And then the border was a little bit empty for me, so I decided to just doodle all around it. Sometimes I do run out of things when I'm doodling. It's just straight from the dome, you know? So I try to think about all of my favorite things and I just draw those things. Even if it's repetitive, I do find myself, for example, always drawing sparkles and flowers. The flowers that I gravitate to are orchids and tulips. And then I do like stars. I do like knives, sharp things. I find that if you're running out of inspiration or if you're running out of things to draw, going outside, touching grass, hanging out with your friends, going out to do live studies, that's like the best way to find more things to draw. So at that point, if I'm at home especially, I do start thinking about, oh, what is the last thing that I did? Or what are some things that I recently saw? Maybe I went to the store, or maybe I was talking to someone about a conversation. And so those things also help me come up with more things to draw. Yeah, recently my friend and I were exploring this beach area and we discovered some raccoons. So yeah, I drew a little raccoon on this page. They were super cute. They were not afraid of people at all. Like, one raccoon came up to me. I was just trying to draw with my sketchbook and my fountain pens, and it started grabbing my sketchbook. I was like, I don't have anything for you. I don't have any snacks, but very endearing. I know you're not supposed to pet them because they might have diseases. I did not pet. It did touch my hand though. It was trying to grab stuff out of my hand, and I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I am blessed. Raccoon blessed today. Anywho, it's very satisfying to be able to finish an entire border when you are junk journaling or just filling an entire spread, but that's just me. I'm someone who both likes a lot of negative space and also likes to fill a lot of the negative space. So that's usually what I do for all my sketchbook pages is I try to fill the entire thing. Even though I don't have to, I am reminding myself every now and then that I can leave the pages blank. It's okay. But today, we're deciding to fill the entire page. So this is the final to-do list. What do you guys think? I'm really happy with how the stickers came out. They came out perfectly as I envisioned. The color is really nice, the stickiness is very durable, and the cut lines are super close. I just find that sometimes printers are not very good at cutting things very close. Like, it might leave a white border, but the Liam printer did a pretty good job. You can see that these stickers are full bleed. There's no white outline, and that just makes them super special. They have this glossy feel that's also really nice, so I highly recommend it. I have some extra stickers I haven't used yet, but I will at some point. These are my 3 babies. I didn't end up using them, but it's Nori, Calcifer, and Val. The sketchbook I'm using, by the way, is my own design. This is one that I carry in my website. It's currently sold out right now. Thank you guys so much. Usually they're available at peakart.com. I will restock them mid-July, so watch out for that. I'll probably post about it on my Instagram or even here on YouTube. That's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys come back next time. I try to post every Monday. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Okay, bye.